just leave him be.
Understandable.
Let him get it out of his system.
I'm really worried about him.
I feel responsible.
Just
You are.
out of curiosity, did anyone else hear him? Did anyone else just happen to hear what he said in that fight last night?
I was a little preoccupied by watching him shoot a servant boy over and over and over again.
He said, "What are you doing? You have no reason to be here. Your soul is now forfeit." Really, that last part is the most important one. The first stuff is like, fairly average.
Do it?
I thought it was maybe a line, and then I just couldn't. It seemed really aggressive and strong and specific, It's
I
like a
worry
secret.
too, but he lost his entire family to those people.
Sure, but he wasn't screaming this at the Briarwoods. He was screaming this at a random mercenary.
Well,
What does that mean?
Maybe his soul is forfeit.
To what?
Death?
maybe we keep an eye on Percy.
Okay.
That's a fair point, though. We'll keep an eye on him. He seems to be in a fragile state right now.
It was a hard day. It was a hard day, and we tend to get a little aggressive sometimes after hard days. We've all been there.
Are you saying that we should take it down a notch, or maybe not brutally destroy the bad guys?
I just don't.
Are you saying that? Are you feeling morally? Are you taking moral exception to some of our behavior?
That might exactly be what I'm saying. Man, this is why I like you, Scanlan. You're so much better at the words than me.
If there's something you'd like us to change about our behavior, we can consider that. We're all friends. We're allies here. We should pay respect.
Family, Keyleth.
I just don't want us to.
It's a fair point. We don't want to be corrupted by the very evil that we mean to stamp out in this world.
Exactly. I don't
She
want us to
was
lose who we are.
trying to kill us.
She was.
But your point is taken.
She was a really old woman.
It's
She
true,
wasn't
but she
the
was.
secretary. She was trying to
She
kill.
was a fighter.
Sure, but she was unconscious.
She actually didn't do anything either.
Yeah.
Okay.
She didn't really do anything
She
at
could
all.
have been taking notes.
She had a wand. She had a wand.
Yeah, maybe for writing or
I'm not
drawing.
saying she wasn't a threat, and I'm not saying we shouldn't handle threats. I'm saying maybe we shouldn't dissect a woman with a spinning crawl blade who's sleeping on the ground.
This is constructive criticism, and we'll take it as such. And I, for one, will maybe not desecrate and denigrate bodies.
Just beds and temples.
Beds are fair game.
Oh, no. Keyleth,
What?
clearly we all love you as family.
Yes,
And
of
nobody
course.
blames you, but you once killed a child, and none of us blame you
Is
for
it too
that.
early to start drinking? I'll pull out the cask of ale.
And that happened in the heat of battle.
Yes.
It was
You know,
a
I'm
complete
really
accident.
sensitive about that, Vax.
I'm well aware. I'm well aware.
And that was
And-
different.
Yes, it was.
It
It
was
was
an
a child.
accident.
No one agrees with you today more than I.
Damn, Michael Jackson.
And I think we can adjust our perspective slightly. Right, Grog?
What's the word?
See?
I don't.
I don't
Let's
wanna get in
table
trouble.
this.
Yeah.
We'll stick
We'll
a
put
pin in
it.
this discussion.
Yeah, we'll pin in it.
We'll all be thinking long and hard
Keyleth,
about this.
It wasn't intentional, and everybody knows that.
I was still scared.
We go to see Uriel.
Okay.
I made a choice for the team.
Do you have like a lost and found here? I have this really badass serpent-style belt. Sometimes it crawls around on its own, but sometimes it's just a belt. And I lost it here the other night. And I'm really hoping. I mean, it ties everything together. Is there anyone I can check with?
Check back after you've spoken with the Sovereign, please.
Yes.
Thank
Yes. We had prior knowledge of the Briarwood's intentions before this evening. And I myself went to spy on them.
Here's the thing. Percy doesn't like them because they killed his family.
All of them.
They took over his home after
All of
killing
them.
his family. He got away. He knows they're scary. We're trying to protect you.
The Briarwoods, regardless of what you may think they may be, or we do, that will show in time, have shown nothing over the past 5 years, but graciousness, and gone through all proper channels to establish this relationship between our city and theirs. Far more than the previous family ever attempted. You complete the ritual. You touch onto the arms of ASSUM. It fades and you see in his eyes, there's like a moment of clarity and an inhale. Like a slight gasp. Like some realization hits him. And his expression changes and looks towards you and just goes. You get the sense, through the subtlety of physical motion and expression, ASSUM is telling you, just go with me on this.
Oh.
And ASSUM goes, my stance has not changed. I know not what she is attempting or thought the situation was, but it appears to me that this was either misinformation, or at least at the time being, hopefully, not a lie. Here's the circumstance. As it stands, I fear I must revoke Vox Moochina's membership in the Council of Taldore until further notice. You are not under arrest. You are revoked from the Council, and you will be closely watched until our investigations are complete.
Are we allowed to leave the city in that time?
You may leave if you wish. Know that there have been precautions taken. Should you attempt to flee, we will find you. I want to believe you are. I ask you, show that my trust has not been misplaced all this time. Now you may leave.
I look forward to the second parade you'll throw for us after our names are cleared.
I'm sorry, I was just talking to one of your friends. Have you seen a belt that is shaped like a snake? Sometimes it moves around on its own and it answers to the name Simon, but usually it's just a belt and looks really cool. Have you seen it? Is there a lost and found I can check out? It's very dear to me.
I think you've got more important matters to deal with before you go looking for a belt, sir.
We'll keep an eye out for it. 100 gold to any chap who finds it and holds onto it for me.
Two
right?
of them stop in their step for a second, and then keep walking.
I'm a nice guy.
The remnants within the rubble of some sort of a sigil of teleportation, but that is no
Siggle.
I must.
sigil, if you will.
I must look at that.
We come to you humbly, as representatives of the farming community just north of Iman's walls. Over the past 2 weeks, a number of our finest cows and sheep have gone missing. No struggle or mess or signs of dire wolves, nothing. From what he described, a giant bird, larger than anything he's ever seen or heard of. Wings at least 10 carts long, tip to tip. Just swooped down, he said, without sound, and in one motion snatched up one of our most virile bull. Mr. Sims, just gone like that.
We will see presently.
Here, my business card.
And you can take that to the bank.
You can't actually, it's worth nothing.
My name is Desmond.
Desmond.
Desmond Altham.
Can you tell us everything you know about them?
I'm sure I've seen at least Lady Briarwood walk in the sun many a time. Lord Briarwood doesn't make too many public appearances.
Oh.
They then dragged out the noble families and executed them. A number of families fled into the woods the night after the executions. And they were all found hanging from the sun tree the next morning. You're all being very accommodating.
You're also kind of the key to our own freedom, so it's kind of important.
You also caught us on a day where we're trying to be nicer to people.
Trinket stands watch right in the center, kind of plops down right up against the bars.
I knock on Percy's door and say, Percy,
Yes?
Trinket's out here. He's, if you need anything, you just come out and you pet him.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Like,
Oh,
Can one of us polymorph into a giant cow?
Sure. Here's my plan.
Okay.
We're all cows. Is that an okay plan?
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of into this plan.
All right.
We went from all cows to pretty much no one's a cow.
No. Keyleth is definitely a cow.
5 minutes.
No, I mean I didn't mean
No.
it like that.
I can
Keyleth.
make us
It's
all.
fine. You are
It's
very,
fine.
very lovely.
I can make us
So
all
lovely.
cows.
It's okay. What Vax said was way worse earlier.
Yes, I can make us all cows.
Let's do it. How
On and
when
off
else are we
switch.
all gonna be cows?
On and off cow switch.
Come on. Unless it kills him instantly, we'll be fine.
Strike one.
Oh, you.
No, because you're up
grab.
You and me,
close. You're
Grog.
an up close guy.
We're cows.
Yes,
If
baby.
he grabs one of them, I will deal more
We can all be
Like
Grog-sized
tiny
cows, or
cows.
Scanlan-sized.
It's going to be an array
Look like
of
super-
very
Array of different cows.
strangely sized cows.
Super
I like
juicy
it.
cow.
What do you think?
Yeah. Does
I
he want veal
like
or
it.
does he
I'll
want?
Allow it.
It's camouflage.
Oh, you take this. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Thank you.
That's good.
Yeah.
I have to give you experience for that.
Have you seen a giant bird flying around anyone?
At which point all the cows kind of like start shutting around like, well, yes, haven't you? They keep taking us. Why do you think we're hiding under this?
Oh, sure.
Careful, if you stay out there, it'll see you. I mean, it's big and has wings. It's fast and it keeps taking us.
seem to come at a certain time of night.
There you go. She knew
The
it.
dark time.
Yes.
The cow.
Just look like cows.
I, for once, and it's not weird, I just shit on the floor.
I go into a cow rage and start chewing faster.
As whoosh, it takes right back up into the air, clutching Keyleth within its talons.
The cows take off into the night sky.
Vox Moochina.
A squadron of cows.
Of weirdly sized flying cows lit by moonlight chasing after a
It's
giant
the
bird.
emblem logo, except for cows.
I love Dungeons and Dragons.
I cast polymorph on it.
Oh shit!
Out of thematic reasons, I also turn him into a cow.
That's amazing! I'm a cow on a cow with a cow!
Like a cow.
Giant flying bird.
Oh my god.
It just begins to plummet at an extremely fast speed.
I reach up to it and just reach out to pet its beak.
The large bird-type creature retracts from your attempted touch and begins to rear back into the nest in a defensive position.
I just kneel down a bit. Produce a few good berries. Reach out.
It kind of smells and you take 27 points of piercing damage as the animal takes the good berries and almost your entire hand with it as well. At that size, it's hard to be gentle.
Well, shall you leave us then?
Under one condition.
There's always a condition. You call yourself a druid, yet you speak like the civilized folk. I get the feeling that perhaps your connection to nature has not been tended to for some time.
Just because one can appreciate nature does not mean that one cannot also appreciate humanity.
So this is your one and only warning. You must leave, and you must leave now. We're giving you a good choice, a safe choice, and we can help you get there and be safe there. But if you don't listen to us, we'll start killing. We can give you provisions. We'll even make sure that the farmers provide you with a few pieces of livestock to chow down on before the journey.
A parting gift.
Parting gift to fuel up before the big ride. We can give you papers to hand to the Slayer's Take that will ensure that you'll be treated fairly.
These We really don't need another death on our conscience today.
Then, looks like we don't have much of a choice, do we? If you can assure us enough food to get across on this journey, we'll make our way towards this Vasselheim, and I pray on the solidarity between our kin and our kin, that you speak the truth that resonates this moment. Because if it does not, may the fall of this entity and myself weigh on your conscience.
I bow deeply, and when I do, it goes ding ding ding.
Can I make a beer check?
You may.
2, 0.
That beginnings of the other side of your beer slowly begins to set in. And that's where we're gonna end it.
Yeah.